Afternoon, everybody. This is Skip Wilson in the Operations Department.
And Jack Ewing, Director of Driver Development.
Got a lot to talk about this week with the upcoming weather really going across the entire country. Looks like it's going to be starting out west in Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, all throughout the west, and going to be migrating south and all through the east. Going to be starting on Wednesday out west and going to be going across the entire country all throughout the rest of the weekend.
Right. And it's not just snow and ice. I mean, there's some frigid temperatures coming in too. So we got to be prepared for that, right?
Yep.
Make sure you got food in that truck. You got plenty of warm clothes in case you get shut down on the road. We got to be prepared and do planning. Trip planning so essential right now with these storms coming in.
Right.
And use your DOT websites to check the weather.
Right. So just in regards to temperature first, make sure that you've got plenty of fuel treatment, diesel 911, for your tractor and for your reefer.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you're keeping your fuel levels full. If you get into an area or if you get stuck or highways are shut down or any reason that you're going to be stuck in your truck, you need to make sure that you've got plenty of fuel on hand. If you get stuck in these frigid temperatures and you run out of fuel, that's a bad deal.
That's a really
so I want to
bad
make sure
deal.
that you're staying safe. So keep your fuel levels up, which is not normally what we preach as far as fuel costs, but as far as safety is concerned in these types of temperatures, you need to make sure that you keep your fuel levels high.
Right, keep the tanks full. 911 is essential. If you don't have 911 on board, stop and get some. It can really save you if you gel up.
Yep.
So that's really essential. But if you talk about Southeast, I mean, I worry about that ice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these storms are coming through areas that are not typically ready for the storms. In the northern states, they've got plow trucks. They're treating the roads. They're ready for it. In the southeast, they're not. So it's going to be a mess, and we got to be ready for that. A lot of people are going to be ending up there, and you're gonna have to kind of work through it, and be prepared to stay put. We're going to lose some utilization into this. There's just no way around it, unfortunately. It's going to be one of those weeks, and we can't sacrifice safety to try to get it going.
Right. So let's do the smart thing, right? If you're uncomfortable, things don't look good out there, see people sliding off, let's get parked, let's be safe. Get home. You want to get home.
Right.
Okay. And we want everyone to get home to see their family, right, Skip?
Right. And it's not just a matter of comfortable or uncomfortable. Make smart decisions. We had a driver this week that was comfortable, and he got too comfortable. He was going through some roads in Colorado, got too comfortable, got to going too fast, and he wound up rolling his truck. Thank God he was okay, but very well could have ended up a lot worse. Nobody else involved. The driver was okay. Got lucky on that one, but
one other thing I want to mention, don't forget if you're out in the southeast, okay, those truck stops are not treated. That fuel is not treated out there. Make sure you add fuel additive to any fuel that you're buying out there. Okay, that's really essential that we do that. Truck freezing up in this temperature, and you're going to have a lot of mechanics in that area that don't know how to get that truck thawed.
Yep.
Okay, so that's important.
And speaking of truck stops, as you're at truck stops shut down for this weather, be aware of that as you're walking across these parking lots. They're going to be slick. No different than the roads not being treated. A lot of these parking lots are going to be slick. So make sure that you're prepared for that as you're walking. Keep your feet under you. Take small steps. If you've got any sort of traction for your footwear, make sure that you're using that.
And hands out of your pockets. So those little things, man, really make a big difference.
Yep. Okay. And 3 points of contact anytime you're entering or exiting the truck. But again, be ready for that. They're going to be slick surfaces everywhere that you're walking. So make sure that you're getting in and out of the truck and walking across the lot safely.
And let's talk about one other thing. If you're in rain, okay, the roads are wet out there, that vehicle in front of you should have spray coming off it. If there's no spray, the odds are that road is iced. Okay, take extreme caution, slow down, increase your following distance.
And something to be mindful of too, as the temperatures do warm up in certain areas and the roads clear, it may look like the roads are good to go. And during the daytime, they very well might be. But once the sun goes down and the temperatures drop again, those roads are going to freeze over. So it may look like the roads are clear and dry, but it may be a sheet of ice. So at nighttime specifically, be
Yeah.
expecting those roads to be slick and be prepared to stay put and shut down.
One other thing, you're in a truck stop, you're shut down, it's safe out there, okay? Don't be the first guy to leave the truck stop if you think the roads are clear. Let some other trucks get out there. Let's make sure those roads are clear before you get out there on the highway.
Right. Nighttime is definitely the most unsafe time to be driving throughout these winter storms. A lot of times that's when the plows are going to be doing the most work. But again, that's the time that the temperatures are going to be the lowest and the roads are going to freeze over first. Um, Bridges are going to freeze before anywhere else, so be mindful going over bridges. Um, if you are on any sort of slick roads, make sure that you're staying very fluid with all of your motions. No quick accelerations or brakes. Um, really make sure to double or triple your following distance, um, and just be ready to be able to stop.
Absolutely. And here's something else. When you're in that truck stop, put those cones out.
Yes.
Put those cones out so other drivers that are backing in next to you see your truck. And remember, you got a black truck, it's snowing, okay, it's nighttime. Anything that you can do to help yourself, help yourself.
But again, it's going to be a mess this weekend, pretty much across the entire country, specifically throughout the southeast, but all the way from the west to the east. It's going to be ugly. So the most important priority is safety. Getting you home safe, getting you to your destination safely. Freight is not the priority. Revenue is not the priority. Safety is the most important thing that we got to focus on this weekend. So communicate with your fleet managers. Do not try to drive above what the conditions allow. Get there safely.
Yeah, and if you do see bad conditions, you shut down, let your fleet manager know so we can advise Prime. Prime can advise the customer. But above all, we can advise our other drivers of
Yeah.
where you identify bad areas.
And the fleet managers are going to be watching the weather close, and they're going to be calling you and looking at the weather with you and helping you make those safe decisions. And there will be times where, if you're driving through unsafe conditions, be expecting a call and helping you trip plan and make those safe calls. So if you're driving in areas that you shouldn't be, or that we've heard reports that you're going to be seeing weather ahead that's unsafe, we're going to help find a safe place for you to shut down.
Sure. And look, we're here. You need anything, pick up the phone, give us a call, use your communication with your Samsara. We're here to help if we can. We'll be glad to.
Be careful and let's get through this weekend safely.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.